103.8.
Yes, welcome back to Motor Mania. I'm Damien, Reid, and we are going to be talking about the newest Chinese car model that hit the market just this week. It's the MHERO. It's the latest of the automotive brand to target the UAE's premium SUV market. Now, this SUV sounds like it's got some serious off-road credentials. Naz, you were there the other night. It was a big launch down at Atlantis, and we're joined in the studio by Oscar Rivoli, the CEO of Ghurair Mobility. Oscar, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, and good morning.
Great to have you back in the studio. Always great to have you back in the studio. But yeah, Naz, I mean, you're at the big event the other night down at Atlantis for the MHERO. Tell me, what was it like from your side of the fence?
Honestly, what an event it was. I mean, we're in an age now where every couple of weeks that there's a new Chinese car launch, whether it's a brand or a sub-model, and it's like, okay, here's another one. But it's not very often you get an invite and it actually stands out. I mean, just the sheer look of the thing on the invite, I was like, wow, that looks imposing, it looks impressive. And then, getting there and seeing Ghurair and the story of MHERO and where the origin, the DNA comes from in terms of like military applications and things like that. I thought, this is not one to miss. Turned down there, Atlantis, excellent venue, excellent launch. But I think the highlight was the actual car itself. And I would love to learn more with, Oscar being here. But, you've got the MHERO 1, MHERO 2, MHERO 3. And these... And I think of Chinese cars, right? But these genuinely impressed me. Like, I'm really looking forward to getting behind the wheel because this is probably one that I'd look forward to driving and maybe even owning one day.
Yeah, and if you're listening in this morning as you are, one of the great things about radio over social media and everything else is that text us right now, 4001. Text us if you've got any questions, because we've got the CEO here, Oscar Rivoli, and can take some of your questions as you text them in. But Oscar, it was a great night. I'm sorry I couldn't get down there. Last time I caught up with you was at one of the Exceed launches, I think.
Last year.
Quite some time ago. Yeah. A great night down there. But how was it how did the MHERO event go for you?
So MHERO for us, I mean, firstly, we, as Ghurair Mobility, extremely excited to introduce the MHERO brand. We had the launch in the UAE this week. 2 weeks ago, we launched the brand in Saudi Arabia. And from the early opportunities that we had of seeing the brand, we were convinced that this is certainly something that stands apart from the crowd. This is something different. And this really, we felt a very strong match with a UAE, with a Middle East type customer who's looking for that exclusiveness. MHERO delivers that.
What's the differentiator? What makes it stand out from the other model? What was the thing that ticked the box in your head to say we need this car for this market over what else is available?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned premium SUV. Premium almost tends to be overused. If you look at the true premiumness of a product, I mean, in the case of MHERO, I mean, we look at the engineering depth, the chassis, the technology that comes from the military, the powertrains, how it all comes together, and then the production philosophy in terms of the material used, Napa interiors on all the models. Almost 91% of the interior is covered by Napa leather. The authenticity of the materials used. So if you see metal, most likely it will be metal. It's not plastic. It's been painted or coated. So it's honestly the way the options, the items, the build come together, and it's really experienced when you get into the vehicle and you drive it. You truly experience what premiumness is all about.
Yeah, and that's what you were saying, Naz, too. When you the touch points when you got in the vehicle, it's real metal. It's not plastic. It's real. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, it was honestly so refreshing, and I'm a big fan of German cars, but I went there, I sat there, and I was messing around with the buttons as you do, like a kid at the candy store, and I was like, this is really premium stuff. Like the build quality, as he said, was premium. He just backed it up with Napa leather and things like that. I want to know more about the drivetrain, right? Because it looks great. It's luxury. How's the performance? I mean, I saw numbers on the screen, 1,300 brake horsepower.
Yeah.
On literally, it's a tank,
yeah.
The way it looks. So how does it perform in terms of performance?
So you've got two models, right, Oscar?
So there are two models, and the MHERO 1, which has range extender technology. I heard the discussion early on in terms of EVs and the adoption of EVs and the costs and maintenance. So having range extender technology, I really and strongly believe that it's a very good bridge towards EV adoption. You have a vehicle that is, it gives you a range of over 800 kilometers. It gives you the benefits of new energy, and from a range anxiety point of view, you're dependent on a network of fuel stations. So you get the benefit of EV, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
You're not limited by maybe a charging infrastructure. And if you take the MHERO 1, which is the top of the range, over 1,000 Newton meters of torque.
Phenomenal.
Over 1,000 Newton meters of torque, to be exact, 1,050. It propels over 3.1 tons, 0 to 100 in 6 seconds.
That's incredible.
This is a tank-like machine that moves from 0 to 100 in under 6 seconds, in around about 6 seconds.
3 tons. I mean,
3 tons, 3.1 tons.
Is that not more than G-Wagons and things like that?
I'm not too sure what a G-Wagon
That's
is.
a heavy car.
It is. It is. Yeah.
But in terms of dimensions, I mean, you're looking at a vehicle that is over 5 meters in length. You're looking at a vehicle that has a wheelbase of 3 meters.
Wow.
So if you look at the dimensions of the vehicle and the fact that it is a battery electric vehicle with a range extender technology, I mean, the weight is there.
Yeah.
When I say, for example, a wheelbase of 3 meters, you may think, well, that would start compromising turning radius. No. In the
Four-wheel
case,
steer, right?
exactly. In the case of the MHERO 1 and one of the versions in the MHERO 2, this vehicle has 4-wheel steering, which means that you probably shave off anything up to 1.5 meters in the turning radius. So these are the engineering, the depth of engineering that's gone into the design and of the product that really make it stand apart. And of course, if you look at the looks, the feel, design-wise, I mean, for sure, it looks unlike anything else in the market. The second model, so it's the MHERO 1. The second model is the MHERO 2. MHERO 2 has 2 derivatives. One, which is more of a vehicle geared up for city, and the other one, which is more of a off-road vehicle. Both have absolutely full off-road capability. In fact, I would say a surplus of off-road capability, probably more than what consumers would
certainly
use.
For me, yes.
Yeah, no doubt. So probably a surplus of off-road capability. And as I said, the one has some additional features, whereas the terrain in terms of bumpers and design, terrain would be the off-road version. In terms of bumpers, design, departure angles, it's probably better suited for off-road applications. But both vehicles, in fact, the full lineup, both models and all 3, the 2 derivatives of the MHERO 2 as well as the MHERO 1, absolutely off-road capability is probably unmatched.
And I'm glad you mentioned the powertrains a bit earlier, because that was one of our very first questions this morning, Naz, about, and I'm glad people are starting to pick up this terminology. We got a particular question about REEV, about range extender electric vehicle technology, and when we both said that and PHEV, to us, that's kind of the way forward, because, as you say, it takes away off your mind the fact that it's only an EV. You do have the backup support of a combustion engine that's powering the electricity and gives you the enormous range.
So in the case of the MHERO 1 is a all-electric vehicle that has the range extender technology, which means it carries on board its own charger. With a range of around, I got my memory, 850, around about there in terms of kilometers, 854 if I remember well. In terms of the MHERO 2, MHERO 2 is a PHEV. PHEV, being a PHEV, you get a range of around 1,300 kilometers.
Whoa.
So 1,300 kilometers. In terms of torque, you're looking at about 848 Newton meters of torque. So very respectable sort of values and figures. Actually, as a matter of interest, the MHERO 2, given the fact that it's a PHEV, which means slightly smaller battery, slightly lighter vehicle, that vehicle moves from 0 to 100 in under 6 seconds.
Wow.
So around about 5.5, 5.6 seconds.
Wow.
It will propel you from 0 to 100. So I mean, for us, it's the combination of the capability, the off-road capability, the uniqueness of what the vehicle offers, and we're very bullish. It's really a vehicle that we feel strongly matches the Middle East type requirements from customers.
Do you see this as being more of a without giving away, obviously, your secrets and details and numbers, but in terms of, is it more of a niche vehicle? Is it a volume vehicle? Whereabouts in the market, as you say, it's a premium vehicle, but whereabouts is it going to sit in terms of how many we might expect to see on the roads?
So if you, in terms of the MHERO 1, if you look at the position of the MHERO 1, MHERO 1 will most likely be more niche. It sits at the top of the range. It really creates the brand and delivers on the brand DNA. MHERO 2, we are very bullish that the vehicle is within reach. So from a pricing point of view, it's in a category that is within reach of most consumers. So in terms of potential and volume, I mean, we are very bullish. With the MHERO 2, you're looking at a vehicle that starts in the region of about 200,000. It goes up to 240,000. That would be the full option or the prime version, the city version. And this is a vehicle that, as I said, is over 5 meters in length, wheelbase of 3 meters. It is a vehicle that offers so much more than many of the other products in the market. Things like soft closed doors. You will not find a vehicle that has soft closed doors in a pricing bracket or corridor of 200 to 240. You will not find four-wheel steering in a vehicle, the city version, the prime, at 240. You will not find, it's very unlikely to find four-wheel steering in a vehicle that is 240. So if you look at it from what it offers, we are very confident as Ghurair Mobility that the MHERO actually exceeds customer expectations. Not only meets, but actually exceeds because it delivers more.
Yeah. Well, stick around because I want to sort of have a quick chat to you also about Ghurair Mobility itself because that's another great conversation as well. But we've got Oscar Rivoli in the studio this morning, the CEO of Ghurair Mobility, and we've been talking about the launch of the MHERO, the latest Chinese brand to hit the market that was launched just the other night. And we're going to come back straight after this and talk about, well, a whole lot more to do with Ghurair Mobility. I'm Damien Reid. This is Motor Money on Dubai Eye 103.8.